played with a lot of confidence tonight. What you guys have to say to him in the locker room after you guys got back from the win?
Taj is a good player. I think he really don't know how good he is. But when he comes in, energy is great. Good person. And I'm glad he was hitting everything tonight because it opened everything else up on the floor.
Derrick, tips left to, Ronnie and Omer and even Taj, and, later than we're used to. What kind of boost did those guys give you? I mean, and were you surprised that he left, that unit in so long?
Yeah, I was kind of surprised, but they gave us a lot of energy, making hustle plays, stealing the ball, blocking shots, rebounding. They did everything that we wanted them to do. And this is a team thing where when guys come in, they got to play as good as the starters. And tonight they showed that.
One of the sort of biggest things for you guys throughout the postseason has been your struggle closing out games, whether it was against the Pacers in Game 1 or even in Game 2 against the Hawks. What was the difference today in being able to shut the door against Atlanta?
Once again, our defense. Our defense got to win games. We got to make everything tough on them, be aggressive on them, get into the ball, making sure they don't have any space, and make sure that we communicate. I think that's what we did better this game. I think guys were talking, making sure that they didn't get any really easy layups like they did in the previous game. Tonight, I think that we closed down the lane a little bit.
Derrick, this has been a very competitive series through the 5 games. Can you just sort of sum up what it's been like to play in this series so far?
Fun. Definitely fun. Playing against a good team. If anything, it's going to make, I think, everybody better on this team. Coach always say we don't have to walk through the fire together. I think every series has tested us in every way, but I think that we sticking together. We did a great job of sticking together, but we still have a long way to go.
Derrick, in some ways, does it seem like you guys have played 10 games against one another instead of just this is being Game 5?
Definitely.
And how do you sort of finish this team off? You're in a closeout situation now. What's the approach going into Game 6?
Yeah, it seemed like we played a lot of games against each other, but we can't get tired. That's the biggest thing. We can't get tired of the board. We know that going down there, they're going to give us their all. I think that if we come out and play our way, defense first, that we can make things tough on them. We're a good team. We have pace to us. Guys don't have to rest up because we know that this is going to be war going into Atlanta.
Jeff Teague's opened a lot of eyes, especially this series, and I haven't played the last series. What have you learned about his game and as a competitor going in the future? This is one of the point guards you're going to see a lot of.
He's a good player. He's in my class. We was coming out of high school together. So I know his game. He's a great shooter, driver, finisher, and he's doing exactly what they want him to do. Not turning the ball over, hitting tough layups, pushing in transition. He's a good player.
Derrick, just talk about the emotions, hearing the roar in the fourth quarter and being here at 3-2. I mean, there was so much riding on that end of this game. Just talk about the feelings of getting it the way you wanted it.
End of the game, I think, what was it, like 4 minutes left or something like that, 7 minutes left, something like that, when we were tied and we were up one or something like that. And we just stepped up our defense, Ronnie and everybody else behind the ball when we trapped, made sure they got in there and fought for rebounds. Last time, they really kicked our butt on the rebounding side when Joe Johnson shot the ball or when other people shot the ball, they were getting loose balls. And I think tonight we just played with a better edge.
Coming in the start of the fourth when you normally get some rest, were you thinking, I'm really going to need some help here, or did you feel like if I've got to do it all, I can do it all?
At that time, I was just trying to make the game easy. And that's me driving, pushing the ball, just trying to make people commit to me, make it easy for my teammates so they can shoot open shots. And tonight they were hitting some, making good drives, cutting. And I think Taj, he did a lot in this game to help us.
Derrick, how big was Luol's aggressiveness to help you out offensively?
He was huge. In the beginning, he got things going, making sure he was driving, hitting tough shots. not hesitating on any of his shots, just knowing that if he be aggressive, it's going to open up everybody. And we need that from him every game.
Derrick, besides Carlos, you guys have a pretty young locker room. What role, if any, does experience or lack thereof play going forward?
I think that we've been doing a good job making sure everybody's been focused. I think all the guys in the locker room know that this is very important. We have something big in front of us. We can't play around. And this is my first time being in the second round. All of my veterans been helping me out, telling me to slow down and take my time and play with a lot of confidence. And that's what everybody's been doing.
Hey, Derrick, looks like there's a good chance Miami could close out Boston at the next game. What do you think you have to do, like in Atlanta on Thursday, so you don't have to be back here on Sunday, so you get yourself some rest, so you get hopefully face Miami in the next round?
I think our preparation is going to have to be right, where guys are going to have to get rest. And the next game is the biggest game of our life. And that's the way that we have to go into the game thinking.
Thanks, Derrick.